Hello everyone, in today's layout I'm doing my very first Scraplift. I'll use two layouts by Shamel Lane. Today I'll complete the one on the right. I've listed Shamel's Instagram link below where I found my inspiration. I'll use two photos for this layout, and all my cardstock is by Shamel except for the black cardstock that is by Basil. Feeling a bit nervous and excited all at the same time, so let's get started before I change my mind. When I started my layout, I realized I somehow managed to misplace all my enamel dots. I don't know how I did that. So I decided I would try using paint with a medium in it that thickens it up in the place of the enamel dots. I do find my dots later. They're sitting on my desk, just staring right at me. But anyway, I figured I could try using this, make it a little thicker at the top and a little less thick at the bottom. And when I decided to pick out this particular layout to Scraplift, I thought it would work well with the two photos, even though it has one in there. And I was really nervous doing it because first I am scraplifting Shamel Lane, and I love her work. She's brilliant, and but I found that I just didn't have, or I felt like I didn't have the right embellishments, but I played around, found things that would work for my layout. And when I see people scraplift, I do realize that you don't use the exact same thing that someone else uses, but I really liked her choice of paper and her cardstock, her embellishments, just everything. But it's a challenge because for me, I'm doing a layout in a way that I didn't think of doing a layout myself. It's not my design. It's not coming out of me. It came out of someone else. And I found it a challenge in that sense that I'm really trying to copy someone's work. And that was hard for me. Doesn't seem like it should be hard at all. The layout, the design is done. It's a beautiful layout. I love this layout by Shamel. I didn't expect it to be as big of a challenge as it was for me. I figured I have my photos, I have my cardstock chosen, I found the embellishments, I did a little paint thing, but it's not my design. So inside of me, there was a bit of a little tug of war. But I was determined to try to stick to the plan of copying to the best of my ability the design that Shamel has in her layout. So I felt like it took me out of my comfort zone, like coloring in the lines, which is something I was never good at, but kind of like that. But also a great learning experience because I'm trying something new, something that I didn't think of, something that I didn't create, but putting a little bit of myself into it. And it was fun, and it was a little nerve-wracking. I think it took me longer than a layout that comes totally out of me because I'm really wanting to make sure I get it right in that sense. Like taking a test and you're trying to check your answers and make sure you got everything okay there. So it was kind of like that. But it was a fun layout to do. Playing with the different papers, doing the different types of layers that Shamel has in her layout. I really liked it. I don't think I've ever laid out anything like this before. So it was something new and different. I really liked it. I really liked the end result. And I'm the person who puts everything very straight, and nothing's usually on a slant or jagged or anything like that. But when I saw her layout, I was really drawn to it, and I thought, I have to try this. And trying something new, trying different types of layouts, scrap lifting is a great learning experience because you are doing things that you didn't create, but you are creating, if that makes any sense. It's somebody else's idea, then you put your own little twist to it, and you come up with a layout that's going to end up in your scrapbook and feel very much you. Um, so I was really happy that I tried it, and I think I'll do it like, maybe once every couple weeks. I'll Scraplift again and uh, and try different things and different artists out there, scrapbook artists, and you know learn something new. Um, but as nervous as I was in the beginning, about right halfway through it, I started getting so excited because I thought, this is so cool. This is like the neatest thing that I've done with scrapbooking in a long time, is to try something that's outside of what my own designs would be. Like taking an art class. It was very much like that, like taking an art class, and she's the teacher, and she's saying, try this, do that. And it's all part of growing and learning as an artist. And so for me, this was quite a bit of fun in the end. And my stomach settled down, and I was good to go. And doing this also made me want to take an online scrapbooking class, because that's another way to learn and try new things. And so I'm definitely going to look them over and pick out something to start working on. So I'm excited about that. But it was a great experience scraplifting, and in the end, I felt like I did an okay job with the original layout. About my photos, it is Valentine's Day 2001, and Bella is 3.5 years old. And every Valentine's Day, we would get these giant heart-shaped chocolate boxes of chocolate, and everyone would have one of their own, a smaller one, and then there'd always be a big one because we're chocoholics in this house. And Bella is in her PJs and has no desire at all to get dressed until it's time to go visit Grandma for more chocolate. So while I'm working here, I'm thinking, I know my enamel dots are around here somewhere. They're staring at me because this layout needs a little something, and what can I do? And I'm also having a hard time with my title. I couldn't think of the title. I'm running out of so many supplies too, because I have that challenge going on for myself, 100 layouts in 100 days, and I haven't missed a day thus far. I have no intention of, but I am just using up everything I have, which is really good. But if you could see where I scrapbook at, I have a bunch of stuff. Anyway, I couldn't find the enamel dots yet, so I thought I'm going to try stamping. I'll put a few little hearts all over the place, which I'm a nervous stamper because for someone who's taken a class, you would think I could do it better than I do, but I figure if I keep stamping, I will get good at it. I will get much better at it. And as I'm working, something happens. Look what I find. They're staring right at me. They're within arm's reach. I had rearranged the top of my desk, and I put them in a different container, and there they were, staring right at me. So here we go. I get to put some enamel dots on here. I'm a really happy cookie. So when I started this 100-day of layouts, I really didn't think about all the holidays coming up and family events and everything else that's going on. All I want to do is get my photos onto layouts and into albums. And my schedule is crazy. It's all off. So I'm working on it this weekend. I hope to be back on a normal schedule. I have no intention of missing a day of doing a layout. I don't want to start all over again. That's what I told myself I'll do. If I miss a layout, I start all over again. And I'm cutting myself some slack on the videos just during the holidays, though. I'm making the videos, a bunch of them will come up at the a bunch will come up at the same time. Anyway, but it's been a real challenge, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'll probably set a new challenge for myself when this is done. Maybe I'll start all over again, because I will have so many pictures and albums that I'll be ecstatic. Anyway, a little Heidi Swamp pink color shine on here, and I really like the way it came out. I was really pleasantly surprised, and I like the paint. So my first scrap lift, thank you so much, Shamel, for, I don't know Shamel, she doesn't know me, but I decided to scrap lift her anyway. And I am done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Do like and subscribe and come back again. Happy scrapbooking, and I will see you next time. And this is our layout side by side. Shamel on the right, me on the left.